Hi, I'm Raquel, and this is Law Librarian Plans. Today I will be setting up my Catchall planner for the week of October 13th. Let's get started. So I selected the Fall Memory Sticker Book from Amber Plans for Day, and in particular, I found a set that I have not used that has some very cute pumpkins. So I thought I would use that one today. I'm going to actually take that page out just to make it easier on myself. I also have a couple other things that I'm going to be using. I was actually looking for other things for other spreads, and I found this great sheet from Designs by Misha that I had purchased and forgotten about. So I thought the colors were kind of nice, and it was a nice kind of overall combination. I have some boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans that I'm going to use, and I also found some habit trackers that sort of coordinate in some of the colors. So I thought all these things would be helpful to put this spread together. So with that, let me get started. I'm going to move my sticker books out of the way, and let's go. So I hope you're all having a great October so far. It definitely turned into fall here all of a sudden, which is kind of wild, but the temperatures dropped quite a bit in the last week and in the last 2 days, actually. So it's kind of wonderful that we finally have the fall weather. A little bit cooler than I would like at this point, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, so that's what's happening in my neck of the woods. Let's see, I'm gonna need some tweezers to get those clear stickers off. And I think what I might do is remove the backing like I usually do with clear sticker sheets. If they're gonna be a little bit difficult to work with, it's easier if you peel off the backing first, and then the stickers will actually be easier to reach. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I love these fine point tweezers, but I'm always afraid I'm gonna stab myself with them. So anyway, which is why I didn't use it to try to start peeling off the thing. And this is so thin it actually ripped. So you can see that it ripped in the top on that top row or layer. So the stickers are fine, but the backing is going to be a little bit ornery. So let's see. There we go. Sorry about that. A little bit of unexpected, not ASMR, but all right, almost there. Okay, see, it's very, very sticky. It's trying to take my tweezers away. Ow. And speaking of stabbing, I just dropped it and stabbed my leg a little bit. Nothing major, but okay, there we go. Whew, that was more challenging than I expected. So I thought this cluster right here, although I think this cluster might be better for this space. So let me save that cluster. Let me move that cluster to that space before I'm too silly and use it somewhere else. But let's see. So I hope you're having a good fall so far. It's already moving too fast, and doesn't help that I have my husband and I both have a bunch of things already on the calendar for late this month and early next month, beyond the fun things. Because the fun things, I don't care. I'm like excited to have fun things on my calendar, but we both have some medical things going on, and nothing major, but just stuff. So all of a sudden it's going to be November, and then before you know it, it's going to be Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then, you know, brand new year. So just all of a sudden 2025 is moving a little bit too fast for my taste. So I thought she looked great because there's oranges and blues here. So I thought she would fit nicely. And really these colors and the florals are not too, you know, they don't clash. So I thought this could all work together for a spread. So let's see. I'm trying to think. I want to make a sort of a cluster here. So let's see. And I want to use up that entire sticker sheet too. So that's another goal that we have. You know what? I'm gonna delay that for a minute. Let me get for the functional boxes on the side of the page. I think that would be a better bet to do right now, because I know those are going to be needed. And I thought these green ones are not too far off from this green, and then there's some beige ones in this book as well. You can see here, and even these coppery ones would be really nice. I know people don't like to put what do you call it, metallics, but I love metallics in my planner, so I think I will use some. Now these boxes are huge, and I'm wondering if there's a shorter, oh, there we go. Okay, so there's the shorter box, and is there a lined version of it or not? I think, oh yeah, okay, here we go. So it's funny because as much as I've used these books, and I really have used all of my Mojo Jojo Plans boxes books, there are some types of boxes that I don't use super frequently. Like I don't usually do like long sidebars. I sometimes do, but not all the time. And so, like, do I have that? Does it even exist? Okay. And I wish I had placed this a tiny bit more straight, but it's not. So I'm going to just peel it back, and there we go. Yeah, that's more, nope, it's still not quite straight. I can tell because the dots are getting farther and farther away. So let's try to line it up with these dots, and I think that'll do the trick. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Still crooked, but, or at least it looked crooked to me. It might look perfectly fine to you. All right, so then from here, I am going to use one of those beige boxes, and I'm going to use the double box, which is what I typically use over here. And I'm actually going to put it on the bottom this time. I usually I line it up with the top of the green box, but I think I'm going to do it down here this time. And I think that's somewhat straight, although it doesn't feel straight to me. The great thing, this is a Kelva Plan dashboard. This paper is very, very forgiving most of the time, so the stickers will come off with a little bit of patience. So I'm going to stand up just because I really cannot see that very well. And let's see, I think that's better. So, and it's straight with this, which tells me that this is crooked, but at this point, we're just going to keep going. I'm going to make this box straight because I can't stand the fact that it's not straight, especially with lines. And I will write in, this whole box will be used as opposed to the green box, which it all depends on how much I actually have to get done this week. So, okay. Yeah, that's better. And the green box, I'm just going to have to live with it. And then the third box that I'm going to place is going to be one of these copper boxes, but I don't need a very large one. So I think I will use this one. This is sort of my call out thing for the week. So I'm going to put it right here. And that leaves me a little bit of room to decorate or put a quote here, which I think I will. All right, that's great. So that's done. Then let's get this out of the way. This is going to be maybe problematic. So, because I don't have enough of any of the colors except for these beiges, then I don't want that much beige. So I think what I'll do is, let me get my sticker sheet one more time. These are from Recollections books, and I swore I had more of these, but I cannot find the other sheets. So I think I just have to work with these two. So let's see. Like, see, there's a beige that's, actually that beige is not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. So definitely those. And I think these greens are not too off from that. They're different shade. They're not going to go anywhere near it. So, or I could go completely different. And yeah, see, this color is perfect too, but I only have one of them. I could just do a bunch of different ones. I just think it would confuse me when I'm actually using it to try to do that. So, okay, I'm going to go with two of these because these are a good match. Then, I love it when I box myself into something like this. I'm going to use two of these. I think I'm going to use maybe the pale ones right here, these two. And I do realize that what I'm doing is I'm creating more problems by ay, 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 ay. I can use, is this color the same as this? Let's find out. It is the same color. All right, so I'll do 3 and 3 because I can't like keep making myself crazy with this. So I'm gonna do 1. And I don't know what I'm gonna do next year. This has become such a big part of what I do every week. So if you know of anybody else, I love the ones that I use from Proud Sticker Designs, but she has a pretty decent range, but sometimes like colors like these is what I'm struggling. So if you know of anybody who makes habit trackers on Etsy, similar colors, shoot me a line because I'm getting stuck at this point. All right, so I'm glad I didn't put down those pumpkins because guess what? I need to have room for, these habit trackers are non-negotiable for me. And so, and I've thought about doing, you know, reusable stuff and all that, but that's not really what I want. I want to have something that I can coordinate with my spreads every week. So again, if you know of anybody on Etsy that makes habit trackers, and I don't want white ones. I do have white ones that I can color in, but been there, done that, tried that, and the colors almost never come out right. Like it's very rare that the colors will coordinate well. So I just went darker and that's fine. All right, so we got rid of that little issue right there. And now let me work on the right side of the page. And then we'll decorate and all that good stuff. So I'm going to use the dots in this book, okay, to get this squared away. So for those of you who are new, I usually use dots on some of the days of the week and then boxes on the others. This is my personal planner. And I don't usually have much going on during the week, to be quite honest with you, because I'm working. So I'm in the office and I have limited time in the morning and limited time at night to actually get stuff done around the house. So I generally sort of push everything to the weekend. And yeah, so the dots usually remind me of doing things like, for example, yesterday I had a pay bills as something I had to do yesterday, and that sort of thing. But I really, this is not, the functionality for me comes on the left side, right? So this is all the reminders and all that. They're the things that I don't have to do on particular days. And there's very little I have to do on particular days during the week. So that's how well this works for me, is that I really don't need that much space on the right. I don't need to prop everything. I have a separate work planner, in case you're wondering. And that one, I sort of kind of do the same thing on the right. But it's actually not this type of dashboard. It's a Happy Planner dashboard. It has a very different functionality for me. So if you want to see some of those, I don't think I have it. Yeah, I think I have some videos of those in my channel if you want to see how I use a different dashboard planner for work. So, and they're both working well for me, which is creating a bit of a dilemma because I'm trying to not buy new planners for next year. I have a very large stash of either undated or old planners, mostly undated. So I want to use those up before I start buying planners again. So, all right, I have my dots on the 3 days. And now I'm going to use boxes. So let's go ahead and go back to the beige boxes. And the boxes go on the opposite side. That's why I can use boxes, is because I really don't need that much space during, you know, any particular day of the week. So one box usually can be more than enough. All right, let's put one here. And then we're going to find the green boxes. Okay. And for the green boxes, that green and purple are so pretty together. My goodness. So green, we're going to use the one square one there is, like so. I would love, 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 love if Mojo Jojo would come out with the seasonal, what do you call it? Functional boxes, seasonal. She just did it for jewel tones, which I thought was great. But functional boxes seasonal with the 7 different books by size. Oh my gosh. I would be so all over that because I do use these books. And I'm afraid of being out. All right, then Saturday we're gonna go to the metallic boxes. And here I think I'll use one of these. This works well for the weekend, for how things work out for me on the weekend too. So one, and then we're gonna use a smaller one. And then I have to figure out a color for here, which probably would be the beige. And here I'm gonna actually layer them. And then for the beige, I completely forgot. Look what I did. I completely forgot I had these boxes. Oops. Oh, well, we're going to use them now. Even though they don't match. The size is definitely not the same size, and that's okay. I can live with that. And then, oh, I'm so mad at myself for not remembering that. How does one do that? Okay. Do I want to put 2 boxes here? Oh, I really don't. Oh, I'm so sad. But I can put one. I can take that one off. Remember, a very forgiving paper. And I just realized I'm doing this on the disc, which is not what I usually do. But it's not terrible. Okay, so I'm going to remove this box because I can. And then I'm going to put this one in because it's beautiful and it matches. There. Look at that. So we used up one, and this can go back in the book. And if it doesn't fit in the book, I'll put it in a reusable sticker book and we're good. So it probably won't stay. It's trying to stay. Okay. Trying to stay. Then, rats. That was not very, very smart of me. I will, here I can definitely do 2 boxes. So I'm going to use this one right here and use it as a call out. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. So, too busy blabbing away. Okay, there's that. And then, what can I do? I can do another call out on the bottom because, again, I can. So let's do it. Sunday is usually a pretty busy day, so this is actually not a bad idea to have a call out box in addition to a regular box. So, whoops, that's definitely not straight. And I like the texture of these. Not the texture, the sort of the feel of the sticker. Kind of hard to explain. All right. Okay, that kind of works. You know, I didn't use up all the boxes, but that's okay. I'm going to hold off on that flower for now. I could just be a silly person and put these here and use them up that way, but I really have no use for them on this side at all. All right, I'll have to save them for something else. That's all there is to it. And this one is trying to come off the page, so I'm going to set it aside on my table and we'll work from there. So now let's decorate, because now all that's left really is to decorate the rest of the spread with the pretty pumpkins. So, and I could have used a blue too, and I just realized I didn't use any blue whatsoever. Crickets. As in my brain has crickets in it right now. Okay. It is what it is. And I like this very tall one. I don't know why, but it's kind of cute. All right, kind of cute. So we're going to put it there. Then we're going to use this green one. maybe 2 green ones, one next to each other. Or maybe not, because we can only fit one. So I don't like things floating. I try not to put things floating if I can. All right, and then I have to put some orange on this side, I'm just realizing, because or otherwise, well, she is. So she's there. She's okay. She's okay being the only orange thing there. Let me decorate. Let me do this one here. Whoops. I'm almost better off taking them off with my fingers, to be quite honest with you. They're not otherwise cooperating as well. The tweezer is not helping, let's put it that way. I hate it when this happens, that I like realize, oh no, what did I do? I kind of like the cut up ones. So can I, but again, following the, I don't want to put things floating. Trying to figure out which one to put here and which one to put here. I have another one of the little green ones, but I don't really want that on that side necessarily. So, well, I still want to save, I still kind of want to save this one for this side. So let's get this one for Friday. And then maybe what I can do is put a slice of pumpkin next to it or something. I realize that doesn't give me much room, so I may have to just get over my aversion to having things floating. So there we go. All right. I have to use those boxes. I'm thinking about the other orange boxes and kind of obsessing over them. So I may use some of those. I still need something for this side. And I think I'm going to probably just use this because it has a little bit of green. And a very tiny amount of the peachy color, pinky peachy color. So, which always looks amazing with green. It's one of the nicest combinations there are out there. My favorite combination. Okay, I think this is looking good. This is working. Let's get that sheet back. And that sheet has some florals, which I think I could put here, but let me hold on to that. Trying to think. I really want to use those boxes so badly. I can't even tell you. So I think what I'll do is I'll remove this one right here. We can change our minds, right? What I should have done is I should have used this on Friday and Saturday instead of what I used on the right side, but it is what it is. Okay. And then I'm trying to think. Can I use, do I want to use the plain one or do I want to use a decorated one? I want to use a decorated one. Okay. So my call out box is going to be that orange box right there. And I realize now that I don't have any of the metallic on this side of the page. I like to have the color sort of, you know, kind of matched up. And that's still not straight. My goodness. We're on the struggle bus today with this spread, and I don't think it's that the pages are in the book. I think it's just that for some reason my vision is not, I'm not seeing things quite straight. And I think I'll use this as to label for that box. I'm determined to use both of these sheets. Well, this sheet, not both, because I can't really, I don't think I can make it work. I will use this one over here. And see, like, it's a really nice match, those two colors. I still will put a quote there. And Sunday. You know what? Nothing says. I really want to use the boxes. I want to use the rest of this kit. So I'm just going to put the boxes here and then I'll figure out what to use them for later. Something will occur to me. Oops, the other way around. Okay. And I'm just standing up at this point because I'm having such a hard time with this spread. Let's put this one here. Maybe what I'll find is like some sort of a stencil that I can do the dots. That might be a good way of doing it. I'm going to put this one here. I'm just determined to use the boxes. That's all there is to it. And I see that this is very crooked, so I will fix that. And I'm going to use that last flower. I wanted to use up the sticker sheet. I don't like, you know, with these pretty kind of, with these small shop sheets, leaving 1 or 2 stickers is always a bad thing, at least for me, because I will never get back to it. I know myself. I think I can have this kind of floating here. Very busy, but trust me, this will work. I have enough functionality to make it all happen for me. So, and I didn't use up as much of this sheet as I thought I would. All right, let's find a quote. And the only thing that's left to do here, and I forgot them and I've already been on long enough, actually not as long as I thought I had, is to put, what's the word I'm looking for? Icons. So I have icons that I use every week. So I think I found the right quote here, but will it fit? And the answer is no. So let's see what else is here. Sweater weather. She's wearing a sweater. All right, let's see. Oh, autumn breeze and pumpkins, please. I think that has to be the one. Since this is a lot of pumpkins on this spread. Okay. This time I managed to get the sticker off without breaking it and without stabbing myself. So double win right there. And I'm going to grab it a little bit better because it was threatening to just go on the page wherever it wanted to. I think that, oops, it still did it. But I just want to straighten it out. Like so. And now I'm going to just look at this from afar. And it's a lot. It is a lot of boxes. I won't claim that there isn't, but I think it feels okay. It feels doable. Let's take a look. Peek see here. Yeah, other than straightening out these boxes a little bit, it is a lot of boxes, but it is functional and it will work for what I need it. So we are good to go. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me and have a fantastic day. Bye.